You are listening to the Path to Mindset Mastery podcast, and today is all about taking things and not making it worse than it actually is. And I want you to ask yourself this. Have you ever taken a look at your life and said something along the lines of, you know what, I just want to feel good again. I just want to feel like myself again. I just want to feel a sense of peace, or I want to feel just a sense of calm in my life in some way, shape, or form. And you notice that from doing that, it just feels like you consistently have something to overcome. That's what we're going to break through today. It's going to be a little bit shorter of an episode than you're probably used to, but that's okay. It's going to add massive value either way. My name is Brad Bizjack. I'm a mindset strategist and coach. I'm an inspirational speaker. And for the last 3 years, I have worked with thousands of business owners and home-based business owners just like you. And I help you shatter limiting beliefs and destroy negative self-talk and self-doubt so you can build the confidence that you need to create the life you truly deserve. This is the Path to Mindset Mastery podcast. I have a free download for you below. You've probably heard me talk about this before, but if not, go ahead and download the Mindset First Aid Kit PDF. This is going to be how to repair all the boo-boos in your mind. Whatever you're feeling, anxiety or overwhelm or panic or worry or inadequacy or guilt or any of those feelings, you're going to plug it into this kit and it will get you back on track so much faster. That is available for you right below this, and you'll see a link below here. So make sure to go ahead and download that. And as always, when you feel compelled to, screenshot this, share it with other people, help them see what you're studying and what you're learning here. It's going to help them so many times in their life when they have the tools that are getting to the root of what's actually holding them back from the life that they want. So if you would be willing to share this, that'd be super duper awesome. And if you feel compelled to, give us a rating and review on iTunes or whatever platform you are listening on. I love seeing your feedback. I love seeing what you're getting out of this, and I hope this is serving you. Would love to see your rating and review if you have the time today. So let's dive into the content for today. A little bit shorter today, but I really want to make sure and hone in on this. It's so important. I work with a lot of people, and when I ask them what they want, they say something along the lines of, I just want to feel stress disappear, or I just want to get back to where I was before I had my kids with my weights, or I just want to feel like I'm finally at peace, or I just want to feel like I'm not worried as much anymore. I just want to feel like I'm not stressed or panicked. And good, but what do you notice is a common thread with that? When I say those things, what do you notice is a common thread? The common thread is all of them are focused on avoidance of their current situation. All of them are focused on avoidance of their current situation. And when you try to avoid your current situation, you're making it wrong to feel where you are right now. And you literally just create more of the same feelings. Let me ask you this. When you're focused on just feeling like your stress disappears, are you focusing on what you want or what you don't want? You're focusing on what you don't want. You're focusing on the stress disappearing. You're not focused on the emotional freedom you want to feel. Right? And wherever focus goes, energy flows. Whatever you look for, you will find. So even if you're trying to get back to feeling okay, which is great, it's a good first step, but it's not actually going to get you to where you want to go because it's focused on avoiding the negative. So let's use the example of, I just want to feel my stress disappear. Is that actually what you want? Is that actually what you want, or is that just the next best thing from where you're currently at? What I challenge you to do, and this is the main point of this podcast, is instead of trying to just avoid your current pain, ask yourself, what do I really want to feel? I work with a one-on-one client who mentioned when I did this exercise with her, I asked her, what do you want to feel? She's like, I just want to feel peace. I just want to feel peace. It was like this heavy feeling, like she's not feeling peace and she just wants to feel a sense of peace. And I asked her this, I was like, is that what you really want? You just want to feel peace? What do you actually want to feel? What are the emotions you actually want to have in your life? She's like, I want to feel joy. I want to feel alive. I want to feel happy. I want to feel grateful. Do you think her life's different when she focuses on those things? Massively different. Massively different when she's focused on those things. Massive upgrade. And so let's use that as an example right now. Let's use it as an example. If your objective is whatever your equivalent of, I just want to feel peace. What could be a consequence of that? First of all, is just feeling peace an upgrade from your current situation? Probably, right? And that's a good thing. There's nothing wrong with this in any way. I'm simply taking what you're trying to do and make it even more effective. Because just feeling a sense of peace It's an upgrade, but it's not getting you to where you actually want to go. A consequence of this could be just that everything will just be okay. It'll just be mediocre. It'll just be average. It's not going to be extremely happy and pumped up and incredible. It's just going to be average. And another thing, what could be another consequence of just wanting to feel peace again? You're always going to feel like you have something to overcome. If you just want to feel less stressed, you'll always feel like you have something to overcome. You're always going to be analyzing what's going on in your life and seeing it as something that you need to study and examine to see why you're stuck where you are. And you'll feel like you have something to overcome consistently. What if there wasn't like a ton to overcome one day? Like, how would that be? Wouldn't that be super awesome? I'm not saying you won't have obstacles. I'm saying that feeling good feels really, really good, right? So if you always have something to overcome, it feels like this big stressor that you're trying to get through. Your objective in the situation of just trying to not feel stressed anymore, trying to feel a sense of peace, your objective is just to bounce back. And it's reactive. If your objective is always to bounce back from the negative, that is reactive to what's going on in your life. It's saying that other things going on dictate how you feel. And that's not fair to you. When you're living your life and your emotions in reaction to what's going on in your world, it's a recipe for consistent pain. It's not a fun place to be. We want to get out of that. But what if you decide to switch this? What if you decide, you know what? I don't just want to avoid stress. I don't just want to feel a sense of peace. I want to feel fully alive with so much joy and so much gratitude and so much passion every single day. What would you feel then? If your objective was joy and presence and love and passion and excitement, what would you feel? You would feel something to go after. You'll feel like you're pulled towards something instead of trying to force things. Does that make sense? You'll have a compelling vision of what's possible in your future. And a compelling future is what draws us to our goals. If you think about the goals or the energy necessary to create goals, is the energy necessary to create goals, I just don't want to feel stressed anymore? Or is the energy necessary to create goals, I want to be excited and motivated and pumped up and passionate and excited every single day? That's the energy that will create the goals, because you need a compelling future to drive towards. Otherwise, you're surviving on willpower motivation. And when you survive on willpower motivation, nothing wrong with that. It gets you started, but it does not last. It leads to burnout. You need to be inspired. You need to feel alive, something to come from within you. And that's what a compelling future does. When you go after what you actually want, instead of avoiding what you don't want, life changes very, very quickly. Scale of 1 to 10. 1 being just totally stressed out and 10 being fully alive. When you set your intention on, I want to feel joy and excitement or gratefulness and just passion and aliveness every single day, rate your energy level on a scale of 1 to 10. Where's your energy level when you feel that way? You can probably feel a difference in my tone of voice just from me talking about this alone. Because when you're talking about avoiding pain, it's stressful, it's heavy. But when you're talking about where you want to go, it makes you feel alive every day. You bring a sense of energy to everything. It feels amazing every day. That's what we want to get towards. We want to create energy within us, and we need to be proactive on that. When you focus on the emotions you actually want, you're focused on where you want to go. You're focused on the future instead of just getting back to homeostasis. Instead of just getting back to normal, you're focused on what's next, which means that when you focus on the emotions you want to feel every day, it's proactive instead of reactive. You're programming your mind with the emotions that matter most to you. It will make you feel more alive than ever before. And I did this for years. What I would do is, I learned this from Brendon Burchard. I picked 3 words. 3 words that if I live those 3 words every day, and I set those 3 words based on where I wanted to go in my life and the dreams that I had in my life, I would automatically be led to those dreams. Because when we go after goals, if you operate from the same person you are now trying to create something new, you're never going to get there. Because you need to become someone more to create the next goal in your life. Well, emotions are a way of being. So if you're becoming someone more, your emotions are upgrading. So let's say my words for the longest time were enthusiasm, gratitude, and aliveness. And I threw in a 4th one that was passion. And those are my words for the longest time. And I programmed my phone. I literally set reminders on my phone to remind me like 5 or 6 times a day to feel those feelings. And people will say, well, how do you feel those feelings if nothing happens? Stop living in reaction. Be proactive. You can go back in any moment in time to a memory in your life where you felt any of the emotions that you want to feel. Have you felt grateful before? Absolutely you have. Go back to a memory of it, you'll feel grateful. Have you felt excited before? Go back to a memory where you felt excited. Think about your dreams and goals and you'll feel excited. Emotional states are not determined by what happens. They're determined by you and your proactivity with how you want to feel, or reactivity if it's negative. It changes everything. So I challenge you as we leave this podcast episode today, think of 3 words where if you live those, it would be the ultimate way you want to feel. What are those 3 words? Is it enthusiasm? Is it aliveness? Is it passion? Is it joy? Is it positivity? Is it hope? Is it caring? Is it excitement? What is it for you? It doesn't matter what it is as long as it makes you feel alive. And program your mind with that every single day, focusing on where you want to go instead of avoiding where you don't want to go. Wherever focus goes, energy flows. So if you focus on the proactive side of this, you will feel more alive, you'll feel better than you ever have before. So instead of avoiding the negative, you're going after the positive. This is that shift. You're no longer using personal development as defense. You're starting to use it as offense. It's a critical point in your growth journey when you stop using personal development to get over things, and sure, you'll still use it for that, but you stop using it so much to get over things and you start using it for where you want to go. What's next? The future. That's where life really, really changes, and that's what I hope you choose to do with today's episode. Use those 3 words in everyday life, and make sure you don't forget to download the Mindset First Aid Kit, because along the way, you're going to have hurdles, you're going to have things that come up that stress you out in some way, shape, or form. That Mindset First Aid Kit PDF will show you how to break through them in seconds, and you can get back to being consistent in your dreams so much faster than you ever thought possible. It's all linked up below this episode, and as always, if you find value in this, make sure you share it, screenshot it, put in your Insta stories, your Facebook stories, get it out to other people. They need this stuff. And always make sure to give us a rating and review. If you're finding value in this podcast, give us a rating and review. We love to see your feedback, how this is serving you, how this is helping you grow in your life and in your family and in your business and your finances in every way possible. I hope this uplifted you. I hope this made you feel alive a little bit. Go live those 3 words, and I hope you found so much freaking value today. My name is Brad Bizjak. Go out there today and every day and live your life with a genuine smile on your face. You're only one mindset shift away from doing it. I'll see you next week.